So, hello everyone. Our team is going to take the topic integrity, ethics, and social responsibility. My name is Arjun, and I am going to take the part integrity. So, what we are going to cover is the importance of integrity versus dishonesty, integrity in leadership, challenges in maintaining integrity, rewards of integrity, and integrity as a lifelong journey. So, integrity is one of the most fundamental qualities that defines a person. It is a foundation on which qualities like trust, credibility, and respect are built. People with integrity are seen as trustworthy, having a strong sense of moral and ethical principles, and they are seen as someone who is transparent, honest, and accountable for their actions. He is a person who is accountable for their actions even when no one is watching. He is a person who follows integrity will have good personal and professional relationships, as it helps to foster mutual respect, honesty, and loyalty. In a professional relationship, it builds trust, enhances reputation, and creates a positive work environment. Employers value integrity as they are always trustworthy and can be called upon to do the right thing even in the most difficult situations. Now let's see the difference between integrity and dishonesty. They are like the polar opposites of each other. So a person who is dishonest is characterized by deception, lies, and manipulation. Even though he tries to act like a person who is honest in front of others, his image is built on a web of lies. So he is always seen with in the eyes of suspicion and mistrust. Dishonesty can have serious consequences in both professional and personal lives. It can damage relationships, ruin our reputation, and it can even lead to legal trouble. But a person who maintains integrity has numerous benefits like stronger relationships, better opportunities, and a clear conscience. Integrity in leadership. Leaders with integrity are highly valued in any organization. A person with integrity is a great example for honesty, trust, and he is always seen with respect. He is always accountable for his actions and thus creates a sense of respect in his subordinates. He sets an example for others to follow and is a person who inspires and instills confidence in his subordinates. In contrast, a person who lacks integrity can cause significant harm to an organization. For example, he can work for his personal gains, leaving behind the goodwill of the organization, creating a bad effect on the company. And he may even engage in unethical behavior that undermines the trust and damages the respect the subordinates have on him. Ultimately, a leader with integrity is more likely to succeed on the long run as they build stronger relationships and create more loyal teams, creating a positive work. Now I hand over the presentation to Hitesh.
Hello everyone, I'm Hitesh and I'll be taking the topic the challenges of maintaining integrity. Maintaining integrity is one of the greatest challenges we face as individuals and as a society. It is the foundation of trust, and without trust, our relationships, business, and institutions would crumble. However, integrity is not easy to uphold and it requires constant vigilance and self reflection. One of the biggest challenges of maintaining integrity is the temptation to take shortcuts or make compromises. It may be tempting to cut corners, lie, or cheat in order to achieve our goals, but these actions can have serious consequences. These can erode our credibility, damage our relationships, and even lead to legal consequences. And another challenge is the pressure to conform to the norms and expectations of our social groups or organizations. We may feel that we have to go along with the crowd or follow orders, even if it means compromising our values. This can especially dif- this can be especially difficult in situations where speaking out or taking a stand may result in backlash. Finally, maintaining integrity requires ongoing self-reflection and a willingness to admit when we make mistakes. It can be hard to acknowledge our flaws and weaknesses, but doing so is essential to growing and improving as individuals. In conclusion, maintaining integrity is not easy, but it can be crucial to our personal and collective well-being. We must be mindful of challenges we face and committed toward upholding our values, even in the face of temptation, pressure, or adversity. Now, moving on to the next topic, the rewards of integrity. Integrity is a quality that is highly valued in all aspects of life. It is a quality that is essential to build trust, maintaining strong relationships, and achieving success. One of the biggest rewards of integrity is the trust and respect that it engenders. When we act with integrity, we demonstrate that we are honest, reliable, and trustworthy. This in turn builds trust and confidence in our abilities and character, leading to stronger relationships and greater opportunities for success. Another reward of integrity is the sense of personal fulfillment and satisfaction that comes from knowing that we have acted in accordance with our values and principles. When we act with our integrity, we can feel proud of our actions and confident in our ability to make the right choices even in difficult situations. Integrity also leads to a sense of inner peace and calm. When we act with integrity, we do not have to worry about keeping track of lies or secrets. We do not have to fear being exposed or punished. Instead, we can live with a clear conscience knowing that we have done the right thing. In conclusion, rewards of integrity are numerous and profound. By acting with integrity, you can build trust, achieve success, and live with a sense of personal fulfillment and inner peace. And moving on to the next topic, um, integrity as a lifelong journey. Integrity is not a one-time achievement or destination that we reach, but rather a lifelong journey that requires ongoing commitment, self-reflection, and growth. It is a journey that begins with self-awareness and a clear understanding of our values and principles. As we navigate through life, we will encounter many challenges and temptations that may test our integrity. It is up to us to stay true to our values and principles even when the times are difficult. This may require us to make difficult choices, take risks, or speak out against injustice. But it is essential if we are to maintain our integrity and living a fulfilling life. Along this journey, we will also make mistakes and experience failures. It is important that we take responsibility for our actions and learn from our mistakes rather than hiding and denying them. This requires honesty, humility, and willingness to seek feedback and support from others. Integrity is also a journey of continuous learning and growth. As we encounter new situations and challenges, we may need to reevaluate our values and principles and adjust them accordingly. This may require us to challenge our assumptions, broaden our perspectives, and seek out new challenges. In conclusion, journey of integrity is a lifelong one that requires ongoing commitment, self-reflection, and growth. It is a journey that begins with self-awareness and a clear understanding of our values and principles and requires us to stay true to them, even even in the face of challenges and temptations. This journey we must take together with the support and guidance of others who share our commitment to living a life of integrity.
Hello everyone, my name is Paul and I'll be continuing the presentation. The topic we have taken is ethics, and these are the things we'll be discussing. The importance of ethics in society, ethical considerations in business, ethics of technology, ethics in healthcare, the role of ethics in education, conclusion, the continuing need for ethical considerations. The importance of ethics in society. So ethics are essential in every aspect of our lives, from personal relationships to our professional endeavors, and they shape our interactions with others. They guide us in distinguishing right from wrong and help us make informed and responsible choices. Ethics make a framework for mutual respect, fairness, and integrity, fostering a healthy social environment where individuals can coexist harmoniously. In today's world, where we face complex challenges and dilemmas, the need for ethical behavior is more crucial than ever. In our fast-paced society, there may be temptations to cut corners, engage in dishonesty, or prioritize self-interest over the common good. For such behavior can have severe consequences, including erosion of trust, harm to others, and long-term damage to society as a whole. Ethics are especially crucial in professional settings where individuals are entrusted with power, authority, and influence. Business leaders, policymakers, educators, and public servants, among others, have a profound impact on society, and their decisions can shape the lives of countless individuals. It is imperative for them to adhere to the high ethical standards and prioritize the welfare of the community over personal gains. Ethics also play a crucial role in promoting inclusivity and social justice. They guide us in treating all individuals with dignity and respect, regardless of their race, gender, religion, nationality, or any other characteristic. Ethical behavior requires us to stand up against discrimination, injustice, and inequality, and to strive for a more equitable and inclusive society. In conclusion, ethics are the bedrock of a society. They provide us with a moral compass, guiding our actions and decisions and shaping our collective behavior. Upholding ethics is not only an individual responsibility but also a societal obligation. Let us strive to cultivate a culture of ethics in our homes, schools, and workplaces. Ethical considerations in business. Ethical considerations in business go beyond mere compliance with laws and regulations. They encompass a broader perspective that takes into account the impact of business decisions on various stakeholders, including employees, customers, shareholders, suppliers, and society at large. Ethical behavior in business is about acting with integrity, transparency, and accountability, and it's a key factor in building trust and maintaining a positive reputation. Business that prioritize ethics are more likely to earn the trust and loyalty of their customers. Ethical companies treat their customers with fairness, honesty, and respect. They deliver high-quality products and services, provide accurate information, and stand behind their promises. Such business cultivate long-term relationships with their customers based on trust, which leads to customer loyalty, positive word-of-mouth marketing, and sustained business growth. Ethical considerations also extend to how business treats their employees. Ethical companies prioritize fair and inclusive practices such as equal opportunities for all employees, safe and healthy work environments, fair compensation, and respect for diversity and inclusion. They also promote work-life balance, professional development, and ethical leadership. When employees are treated ethically, they are more likely to be motivated, engaged, and committed to the success of the company. Now, the ethics of technology. Today, we live in a world where technology plays a transformative role in our lives. From smartphones to artificial intelligence, from social media to autonomous vehicles, technology is reshaping our society, economies, and cultures. In this era of rapid technological advancements, it is crucial to recognize and address the ethical implications of technology. The ethics of technology encompass a wide range of considerations. One of the key ethical concerns is privacy and data protection. With the massive amount of data being collected and shared through various technological platforms, protecting the privacy and security of individuals' information has become a critical issue. Ethical behavior in technology requires respecting individuals' rights to privacy, being transparent about data collection and use, and safeguarding against misuse or abuse of personal data. Another significant ethical consideration is fairness and equity. Technology has the potential to exacerbate existing inequalities such as the digital divide
bias in algorithms, and unequal access to technological resources. Ethical technology requires promoting fairness and equity, ensuring that technological advances benefit all members of society, regardless of their socio-economic backgrounds, race, gender, or other characters. Ethics of technology also involve ensuring the safety and well-being of individuals. This involves issues such as cybersecurity, protecting against misinformation and fake news, and addressing the ethical implications of emerging technologies like autonomous vehicles and artificial intelligence. Ethical behavior in technology requires responsible development, testing, and deployment of technologies with a focus on minimizing risks and maximizing benefits for society. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Gautham Sunil and I will be covering the topic ethics in healthcare. In healthcare, ethical considerations are critical for ensuring that patients receive the best possible care. Medical professionals must balance the needs of individual patients with the broader public health concerns, as well as ethical principles such as autonomy, beneficence, and non-maleficence. Issues such as access to care, end-of-life decisions, and medical research raise complex ethical questions that require careful consideration and dialogues among all stakeholders involved. It is for these reasons that ethics in healthcare is of the utmost importance. First and foremost, healthcare providers must prioritize the well-being and dignity of their patients. Patients have the right to receive respectful, compassionate, and high quality care, regardless of their race, gender, age, religion, or any other personal characteristic for that matter. Healthcare providers must treat their patients with empathy and sensitivity and take into account their cultural beliefs and values. Secondly, healthcare providers must adhere to the highest standards of professional conduct. This means acting with integrity, honesty, and transparency in all interactions with patients, colleagues, and other stakeholders. It also implies maintaining a patient-doctor confidentiality, respecting the patient's autonomy, as well as avoiding conflicts of interest. Healthcare providers must recognize and address systemic barriers to access and equity in healthcare. This includes addressing disparities in healthcare outcomes based on race, income, and other social determinants. Healthcare providers must work to create a healthcare system that is just, equitable, and accessible to all. In conclusion, ethics in healthcare is not just a moral obligation, but also a professional responsibility. By upholding ethical principles, healthcare providers can ensure that patients receive the best possible care, build trust with their patients and communities, and contribute to a healthier and more equitable society. Moving on, the next topic I will be covering is the role of ethics in education. Education is a fundamental human right that plays a critical role in shaping our values and beliefs. Ethical considerations are essential for ensuring that education promotes critical thinking, empathy, and social responsibility. Teachers and educators have a responsibility to create safe and inclusive learning environments that respect the dignity and worth of all students. They must also model ethical behavior and encourage students to develop their own sense of morality and ethical reasoning. Firstly, educators must prioritize the well-being and growth of their students. This means providing a safe and inclusive learning environment, nurturing the students' intellectual curiosity and creativity, and supporting their social and emotional development. Educators must be committed to continuous learning and improvement. This means staying up to date with the latest research and best practices in teaching and learning, as well as seeking out opportunities for professional development and growth. Educators must adhere to the highest standards of professional conduct. Students must be treated with integrity, honesty, and transparency.
It also means maintaining confidentiality and avoiding conflicts. Educators must recognize and address systemic barriers to access and equity in education. This includes addressing disparities in educational outcomes based on race, income, and other social determinants of education. In conclusion, ethics in education is not just a moral obligation but also a professional responsibility. By upholding these principles, educators can ensure that students receive the best possible learning experience. In conclusion, ethics are a vital aspect of our lives and of society as a whole. They provide a framework for making decisions that promote the common good and ensure that our actions align with our values and beliefs. As we continue to face complex challenges and opportunities in the 21st century, ethical considerations will become increasingly important. By prioritizing ethical behavior and dialogue, we can build a more just and equitable world for all. Thank you.
Hello everyone. As we come into the third act of our presentation, we shall be tackling the topic of societal responsibilities. I am Avinash Kumar and I shall be your penultimate guide for today. We'll be covering a brief overview on the individual, corporate, and governmental responsibilities and the challenges that may come with it. And we'll conclude with the importance of societal responsibility in our world today. As members of society, we all have a responsibility to contribute to the greater good of our communities, whether that be through our actions, decisions, or even our inaction. However, the concept of societal responsibility is multifaceted and complex, and can be difficult to understand our individual roles in creating a better society. Companies are usually expected to maximize their profits and minimize their impact of operations on the society and environment. As individuals, we have a responsibility to ourselves and to those around us. We are responsible for our actions, decisions, and behaviors, and the impact they have on our lives and the lives of others. We must prioritize our physical and mental health, strive for personal growth, and act with integrity and empathy in our interactions with others. Additionally, we have a responsibility to contribute to society in a positive way, whether that be through volunteering, ethical consumerism, or simply by being a good friend or neighbor. By recognizing and fulfilling our individual responsibilities, we can create a more just and compassionate world for everyone around us. Corporations have a significant impact on society, and as such, they have a responsibility to operate in a manner that benefits not only their shareholders but also their employees, customers, and the broader community. Corporate responsibilities include ethical business practices such as fair labor and environmental sustainability, as well as societal responsibilities like philanthropy and community engagement. Companies must also prioritize diversity, equity, and inclusion, both within their workforce and in their products and services. This could include more chances towards the women in our community as well as people who are falling behind in our society. By fulfilling their corporate responsibilities, companies can not only contribute to the greater good but also enhance their reputation and build long-term success. Before we continue, allow me to pose you a question. The trolley problem is a thought experiment in ethics that asks the question: what would you do if you saw a runaway trolley heading towards a group of people who would certainly be killed unless you intervene? The classic version of the problem presents two options. Either do nothing and let the trolley continue on its course, killing 5 people on the track, or divert the trolley onto a different track where there is only one person, thereby sacrificing that person's life to save the other 5. The trolley problem forces us to confront difficult ethical questions about the value of human life, the role of individual rights versus the greater good, and the complexities of decision making in high pressure situations. The trolley problem also explores the ethical implications of utilitarianism and the burden of such a responsibility on a single person. Are they ready to carry on this societal responsibility of the lives of the families that are affected in the situation? As such, this dilemma is a hotly debated topic even today. There have been multiple variations added to this problem, with some dilemmas being taken to the extreme and testing the limits on where some people draw the line. The trolley problem has been the subject of extensive psychological research, which has shed light on the factors that influence our ethical decision making and our moral intuitions and emotional responses. It also has real world implications in fields such as autonomous vehicles and medical ethics. It raises questions about the responsibility of designers and policymakers to create ethical systems that align with societal values. Well, now that we've covered the first half of this topic, I'll pass it over to Bhaskar, who will continue with the governmental responsibilities and the effect of social responsibility as a whole in a society. So, thank you all for listening. So, I hand it over to Bhaskar for the rest of this presentation.
Welcome everyone, my name is Bhaskar Pal and I'll be covering the last few slides of the presentation, which covers government societal responsibilities and the challenges which are faced by them. Governments also have a responsibility towards society, including protecting citizens' rights and promoting social justice. This includes policies related to healthcare, education, and environmental protection. When governments prioritize sociality responsibility, they can create a more equitable and justice society, promote economic growth, and improve quality of life for overall citizens. Government societal responsibility refers to the obligation that the government has towards the well-being and the welfare of the citizens and the society at large. This responsibility includes creating policies and programs that promote social justice, protect individual rights, and ensure equal opportunities for all members of the society. In essence, the government has a responsibility to create a society that is fair, justice, and inclusive. This can include initiatives like public healthcare, education, and social welfare programs that ensure the citizen has access to the resources that they need to live in a decent life. The government also has the responsibility to protect the environment and natural resources to promote sustainable development and create policies that mitigate the negative effects of climate change. Now going on to the challenges to societal responsibility. Despite the importance of societal responsibility, there are several changes that hinder its implementation. These include lack of awareness, resistance to change, and competing priorities such as profit making. Addressing these challenges require a collective effort from individuals, organizations, and governments to prioritize sociality, responsibility, and work towards creating a more sustainable and just society. There are several challenges to societal responsibility that governments and societies face. Some of the challenges include political polarization and partisan division. In most societies, political polarization and partisan divisions can make it difficult for the government to implement policies that promote societal responsibility. Different political parties may have different ideas about what constitutes societal responsibility, and this can lead to inaction and gridlock. One of the second main point which causes a challenge is limited resources. Governments may face limited resources while competing demand on those resources. This can be difficult to invest in programs and policies that promote societal responsibilities, particularly in times of economic turndown. Another challenge faced is corruption and unethical behavior. Corruption and unethical behavior among government officials can undermine societal responsibility. When government officials prioritize their own interests over those of the citizens they serve, it can erode trust in government and make it more difficult to implement effective policies. Rapid technology change. Rapid technology change can create new challenges to societal responsibility. For example, the change in social media and the internet can make it difficult to regulate the content and protect citizens from online harm. And at the end is globalization and interdependence. In an increasingly connected world, the government may struggle to balance their responsibilities to their own citizens with the obligations to global community. This can create tensions and challenges to societal responsibility. Overall, addressing these challenges requires strong leadership, effective governance, and a commitment to collaboration and cooperation among all stakeholders. At the end, I would say the conclusion, the importance of societal responsibility. Societal responsibility is crucial for creating a sustainable and just society. It requires individuals, organizations, and governments to be accountable for their actions and decisions, and to prioritize the well-being of the society and the environment. By prioritizing sociality responsibility, we can create a better future for ourselves and future generations, and ensure that everyone has the opportunity to thrive, succeed, and live in this world. Thank you for lending your ears for this presentation.